How's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can save $6.5 million when buying the newest vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online, the P-996 Lazer. And believe me, it's a lot more simple than you think. So what separates the Lazer from other vehicles is that there's actually two ways to acquire it. So for example, a vehicle like the Vigilante or the Coil Cyclone, you have to buy from the website, but the Lazer is actually a little bit different. So there's two ways to go about acquiring a Lazer, in my opinion, a right way and a wrong way. Let's start with the wrong way first. You'd open up your website, you'd go to the Warstock Cash and Carry site, and for right now, the first vehicle that would be available is the P-996 Lazer for $6.5 million, and then you would click buy. Now, I'll explain why I believe this is the wrong way, but once you buy the Lazer, you should get some sort of notification once you purchase it that it is available in your hangar. For me, I was having a really weird bug. For me, it wasn't actually spawning inside of my hangar, so I thought that I had just lost out on $6.5 million, which was kind of weird. And then when I tried to go out and actually get the Lazer and bring it into my hangar, it would get stuck at the front gate. So I really wasn't too sure what was going on. I decided to completely reload my game, had a little bit of a scare there, and then I was able to actually bring it inside of my hangar. And when you bring it inside of your hangar, you'll notice that it is incredibly underwhelming. The only two things you can do for this vehicle are remove it and respray it. So you can respray it with a primary and a secondary color, and you can remove it. You can't even sell it. Once you buy this vehicle, you are married to it. There is no way to get rid of it. I mean, you can get rid of it, but you still lose the $6.5 million. So technically, you're kind of still married to this thing. So keep that in mind. That is something you want to know when buying the Lazer. If you do, which again is the wrong way, and you shouldn't buy it, as you'll be out of $6.5 million plus whatever the cost of the paint job is to respray this thing. But once again, that is the only thing you can do. There's nothing more you can do with this vehicle. Now, let's talk about the right way in order to acquire a Lazer and how you can actually save $6.5 million. So it's pretty easy. For most of you guys, you've been doing this for the last 4 years. However, this becomes even easier if you own a hangar inside of Fort Zancudo. To give you the long story short, if you own a hangar in Fort Zancudo, you actually won't get stars for going inside. So this is pretty easy. All you have to do is walk over to the other side of the military base, and voila, you will see a Lazer still spawning in the various spawn locations, whether it's underneath those little canopies or inside of one of the other open hangars like this. Yes, they still spawn there, and yes, you can still get inside. Now, here's where things are going to get a little bit interesting. If you actually own a hangar inside of the fort, you will only get 2 stars for doing something they consider breaking the rules. So if you don't own a hangar, you'll get 4 stars just for entering the military base, and you'll keep the 4 stars when acquiring a Lazer or when trying to steal one. So that's a little bit more troublesome. However, if you own a hangar, you'll only get 2 stars for taking the Lazer, and that is a huge difference. When you have 2 stars in Fort Zancudo versus 4 stars, there's a big difference in terms of what the NPCs do. They will not mobilize other jets, and they will not mobilize tanks and buzzards after you. They will only shoot at you from the ground. In fact, they won't even really get inside of their vehicles and chase you all that much. So basically, all you have to do is just take off and then lose the 2-star wanted level, and you have just acquired a jet for $6.5 million. Now, the only thing you'll be lacking out on by acquiring it through this method is 2 things. Number 1, you won't be able to bring it inside of your hangar, which means you won't be able to have it in there, look at it, respray it, etc. That's the first thing. Also, number 2, you won't be able to call it in via Pegasus. However, the only place this vehicle spawns is at airports. So it's either going to spawn at Fort Zancudo anyways, or it's going to spawn at Los Santos International Airport. So is it a little bit more convenient? Yes, it is. But is it $6.5 million more convenient? I think the answer to that is no. Now, getting back to the point I made at the beginning of this video, how there's 2 ways to acquire the Lazer and no other vehicles like that, well, that's true. You don't see Vigilantes spawning on the road that you can just take and use for yourself. You don't see Coil Cyclone spawning on the road. The Lazer is the only vehicle like that, and because it has no real benefits to actually owning it and storing it, really other than changing the paint job, but let's be honest here, is $6.5 million worth it for a paint job? I think the answer here is absolutely no. So this is how you can acquire a laser for pretty much free. I mean, there really isn't any cost except for going up to Fort Zancudo, jumping the fence if you have a 2-star wanted level or a 4-star wanted level. I mean, this is the sort of stuff you've been doing since day one. And Rockstar even acknowledged that in the description of the laser, saying you had to head north and jump over the fence and steal a laser and get out of there. They literally described us doing that since day one, and there's really no difference for us doing that now. But it becomes even more convenient if you own a hangar, like I mentioned earlier. You won't get any notoriety by going inside, and you'll just get 2 stars for taking it, and then that's it. It's super easy. So bottom line, do not buy the P-996 laser. It is not worth it. $6.5 million, in my opinion, can be spent way more wisely, whether that's on other items from the Smuggler's Run DLC or whether that's saving your money for a future update that looks to be coming in a week or 2. I feel like that is a much smarter option. However, if you are inclined on buying the laser, I am going to be doing a shark card giveaway. I'm handing out $3.5 million, so that'll help you cover some of it, but you could also spend that money on really whatever you want. I'll leave a link to that in the description. That's happening on my Twitter page. Let me know in the comment section down below, though. Are you going to be buying the laser? Did you buy the laser? If so, why? If not, tell me why you're not as well. Are you using the method that I'm using to essentially save you $6.5 million? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. If you did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.